What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is going to be your ready to love season 4 sneak peek. Now, I really think this is season 5. I feel like we're on season 5 because hell, I done watched 2 seasons of it, and they had 2 seasons before I started. But whatever. Anyway, moving on. So we know they're in DC this year, and I was really hoping I was gonna know some of these people since this is my city. But the one thing I don't know none of these people. I think I know some people that might know some of these people because I think I know, like, I think I might be 1 degree separation from some of the people, but I don't know none of these people. Okay. Um, the other thing that it seemed like as we were going through the 20 singles, a lot of them are not natives. A lot of these people are from other places and have somehow found their way to DC, which is the case anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people aren't native to that place. So, but the Ready to Love special was co-hosted by Jason and Liz from last season. Who, when they filmed this, I guess they were together, but word on the curb is they done broke up, child. But listen, I'm sorry to hear it. I am so sorry to hear it, but we are here. So we start off, we meet Frank Mills. Now, I didn't get the last name for all these people because at a certain point, I just started writing down their first name. I'm just going to tell you now. And I didn't even get into ages. You know why I didn't get into ages again this year? Because I think sometimes when we throw age on there, I think there's an expectation one way or the other if they're young or if they're older. But most of them were in their 30s. Early 40s, late 30s. That was the norm, right? So Frank is a brand owner. He owns a cocktail brand owner, I guess. I think is what I have here. Frank seemed like he might really be looking for love, honey. I mean, he's a mover and shaker. He owns his own brand. Corey, I'm gonna say this. I'm mad that Corey is on here. Corey is not ready to love. Corey has no reason to be on this show. He might make good TV, which will explain why he's on the show. But Corey said off the break that he is a player. He's very arrogant is what I wrote in my notes. Corey was just like, yeah, when I meet women, I just cut and paste. Like, I give the same conversation, I cut and paste. And, then we'll see. Corey wants a skinny woman. He's like, if he start dating somebody and she, quote unquote, lets herself go, he gonna break up with her. I just don't know. I mean, I think Corey might make for good TV, but again, he should have never got through the screening process because there's nothing in his introduction that says to me, "Oh, you're ready to turn in your player card." You know what I mean? Because just because you were a player don't mean you want to stay a player. But I didn't get anything from him that says, "I don't want to be a player no more." Shouts out to Big Pun. Anyway, Phil is a government consultant, and I did write, for whatever reason, I wrote down that Phil was 37. Phil is a government consultant. I don't know. I got a decent vibe off of Phil. Okay. So those are the first 3 men we met, right? Then we have Miss Shiloh. Shiloh is an intimacy coach. Now, Shiloh, she likes affection. She loves, the hugging and the snuggling and stuff like that. And it ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of hugging and snuggling. Ain't nothing wrong with a little hugging and snuggling. Courtney is 30. Courtney said that she has a lot to handle. She has a child. She said she's a marketing consultant. And she said, I used to be a wild child. But once I had my child, I sort of had to readjust myself and readjust my priorities. And, the guy that I was dating, who is the father of her daughter, of her child, I think couldn't understand it. He couldn't deal with it. He couldn't respect the fact that she was growing and she was different. And so that sort of was the end of that. Then we have Camille. Camille is 42. I did write down the age for some of these people. Now, she is a teacher. She said she's a performing arts teacher. And she's been engaged 3 times, honey. She know how to get the ring. For whatever reason, though, she don't cross the line. But I think Camille is going to be interesting to see how this goes with Miss Camille. We have Cornelius. He's in electrical engineering. He's not from DC, from the South. He said he a good old country boy. And he looking for himself a God-fearing woman. He said he don't want to have sex. But if they too sexy, he might have to go there. I'm just saying. Then we meet Mermaid. She's a singer. And again, she says she's God-fearing and she is celibate. She said she's not going to lead with that. Which I don't think is fair. I don't think it's fair. I'm not saying that's what you got to say it on the first date. But I do think that, especially if you're in your, late 30s, early 40s, I think it's fair to let somebody know, listen, there will be no nookie. I'm just saying. That's my opinion. Anyway. Aisha is a salon owner. She is a mom. She said she was married for 11 years, but, she said that he was just dealing with his own demons, and she had to make some decisions on what was best for her and her daughters. And I love what she said. She said the dating pool has pee in it. I said, I know that's right, because that has been my experience. The dating pool is full of pee. Okay? Anyway, so hold on, y'all. Let me get to the rest of my notes. Okay. So then we have, let me get to the rest of my notes. We almost done, Chad. We almost done. So then we have Walter. Walter was with the woman for 9 years. He said that he was wild, and she helped him become a better man. He wanted to get his life together for her. He's an entrepreneur. He said he finally, got himself together and convinced her to marry him, and then they were only married for a year and a half. She died. And I was like, oh, that is so sad. But he said that he is ready to love. He feels like he has processed and worked through his grief, and he's ready to love. And I was like, oh, that is a sad story, that you with somebody for 9 years. And it's the way he talks sounded like he gave that woman hell until he finally got it together, and then they got married. And he said she had a tumor on her, a cyst on her ovaries, had to have emergency surgery, and died like a week later. So that's so sad, because then it sounds like it was very sudden as well. Zadia is a personal trainer. She said, listen, I'm a boss. She said, guys want to just show up at your house and Netflix and chill, and that is not what she wants. She said that is a turn off for her. If you think y'all just gonna hang out at the house, no, that is not what we doing. She said that you don't get to just, show up. You don't get to just not make plans to see me. She said, I am important and I am busy, and you need to make an appointment to spend time with me. I said, oh, okay. Then we have Sabrina, who is a fashion designer. She has a daughter as well. She said, when I met my daughter's father, she should have said, I thought he was single with no kids. And then she found out that he was very much married with children and another baby mama with another kid. So, yeah, there was a lot going on with that. Dante is a deputy superintendent. Now, I think a deputy superintendent of schools, that's the title that I heard 3 kids by 3 different women. He said they make it work, though. They co-parent well, and they make it work. He said that, any woman coming in, he said for some women that's a deal breaker. He said, but, for women that is not a deal breaker for, then we can, then we're going to go for it, right? Carrington, I think he's a PR, a CEO of PR. He said that his lifestyle has him in and out of, the nightlife a lot. So I feel like he does a lot of PR with like clubs and promotions and stuff like that. He said he hasn't had a relationship for 6 years, but he thinks he is definitely ready to settle down, We'll see, child. Tyrone is in cybersecurity. Tyrone is in the military. He said he went straight from high school to the military. Sounds like he made a pretty decent career. He's a CEO of a cybersecurity firm. He said that he had a lot of baggage from his mom. He said it in a nice way, but it sounded like his mama entertained a lot of men. And so he grew up feeling like basically all women were like his mama, like AKA all women were cheaters. And he said that he realizes now that not all women are that. And so he has, been able to get past that. But for a long time, he just sort of had that attitude about women that eventually all of them was going to cheat. You know what I'm saying? But he said he better now. Then we have Lamont. Lamont is also in cybersecurity. He said he was married and she cheated on him. And he said that left him, angry for a long time. And he said, he probably met a lot of good women, but he wasn't ready. He was pushing him away because he was out there, I guess probably been a little player. But he said now, in hindsight, he realizes he met some good women along the way that he probably pushed away because he wasn't ready. But he's ready now. Carrie is an interior designer. Carrie is one of those women that makes the mistake that a lot of us make. We give too much too soon to men. She said her friends tell her all the time, girl, you are giving this man wife privileges without the commitment, and you need to slow down. And so, but she said she just likes taking care of her man. Ain't nothing wrong with taking care of your man, but it sounds like you taking care of men that ain't yours yet. Which, I mean, a lot of us have made that mistake, myself included. I will raise my hand. I have done it. Libba was also, she was married. She's in marketing. She said she was only married for about 1.5 years, honey, because she was young, dumb, and didn't know no better. But she's ready now. You know, she's moved. She's a little bit older, have had some experiences. Okay. Naeem. Now, Naeem is a problem. Okay, because Naeem say that he want a Caribbean woman that is very melanated with no makeup, natural hair, and, you know, in shape. Listen, it's nothing wrong with knowing what you want. It's not even anything wrong with saying these are my standards. But when you have so many, like, Caribbean is very specific. You know what I'm saying? And I understand having preferences. Oh, I have a preference that she not wear a lot of makeup. I have preferences that she wears natural hair. But I feel like you giving yourself a whole checklist that Liz said it best. Liz is like you looking for perfection. You're looking for perfection. And I don't know. Then we have Tisa, who is 33. Tisa, listen, they doing the same thing this year that they did last year. And I'm wait a minute. I'm going to see how this play out. But again, we got 10 singles, 10 female singles, and we only got 1 BBW. So now what you're doing is, and I think one of the guys, maybe 2 of the guys might be a thick one, but not a, see, men get away with stuff that women don't get away with. But again, I say, same thing they did last year with Tisa. They almost had the same name, don't they? The same thing they did last year. So you have 1 full-figured woman, 1 BBW, and so now I just don't like it. I'm gonna wait and see how it plays out, but I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? 3 of these men have already said in their introduction that they like a slim woman. They found nice ways of saying it, but that's what they said. That they like slim women. They like, they find nice ways of saying a woman that keeps herself, that takes care of herself. A woman that's toned. A woman that, those are all code words. Like those of us who are BBWs, we know the code words, okay? We know what they're saying. So out of the 10 single men, at least 3 of them have been very specific to say, hey, I don't like no big woman. We're going to see how it play out, though. Anyway, that's us. Those are the singles. The season premieres tonight, so we're going to get that out. And don't forget the panel tomorrow morning over on Kamisha Reviews channel. And we're going to break down this episode and see how it all works out. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace. Whoa.